Greetings and welcome to the Kretisian channel. My name is Manos and I will be your host for the next 5 enjoyable minutes. At last, the day I was anticipating for about 2 years has arrived. Napoleon the movie premiered in the cinemas. This is my humble opinion. Let's begin. I can't remember the last time I went to the movies with such a big smile and enthusiasm. Did the smile stay at the end of the film? Take a wild guess. The timing of the release date was perfect, because the actor strike postponed other big production films, such as Dune, which would create box office issues. So, the road to glory seems open, but I don't know if it will have Napoleon's end. So far, Ridley Scott's presence looks like a guarantee as far as the success of this historical drama. The budget he had in his arsenal was $200 million, which looked more than enough if we consider the fact that apart from Joaquin Phoenix and Vanessa Kirby, the rest of the cast were not very well known to the global actor stock market. And this is not very Ridley Scott-like, because in most of his films, especially the epic ones, his cast is always represented by many top drawer names. Don't take my word for it, just look what he has recruited for the upcoming Gladiator 2, next year, I hope. Now, I've heard that this film had historical inaccuracies, especially 2 big ones. First, Napoleon did not fire his cannons at the pyramids, and the second, he did not meet with Wellington after the Battle of Waterloo. When Sir Ridley was advised by the historians to change these scenes, he replied, "This is not a documentary, it's a movie." And I have to give him credit as to the fact that almost every big historical blockbuster has inaccuracies. I'm okay with that, as long as they are small ones. Now it's time for a mini summary and then the spicy conclusion. The year is 1793, France. Marie Antoinette loses her head at the guillotine, and suddenly the French throne looks available.
No doubt you've seen the chaos in the streets. We must make an example, or France will fall.
Napoleon, a captain in the French army, after crushing a small rebellion, leads a successful siege in Toulon, which was occupied by the English.
I led the French victory at Toulon.
What is your name?
Napoleon.
As the course of my life just changed.
After that, he meets Josephine.
If you look down, you'll see a surprise. Once you see it, you will always want it.
Sorcerer of death construction.
And not long after his continuous successes against his enemies, he proclaims himself Emperor of France.
I found the crown of France in the gutter and placed it atop my own head.
Of course, for Josephine, these things don't matter. She wanted to be on top of their relationship. Why not? She brought so much on the table, correct?
You want to be great. You are nothing without me. Say it.
Still, Napoleon has bigger problems. First, the campaign in Russia was a huge success in the beginning, which he led the French army into Moscow. But after that, the Russian winter made the French army retreat back to their homeland with hundreds of thousands of casualties.
Your Majesty, we are discovered.
Good.
It's a trap!
I'm the first to admit when I make a mistake.
And all of this led to the exile of Napoleon in the island of Elba, but not his end. That end came after the Battle of Waterloo, where the French army fought against the English and the Prussians.
Whose country are we in?
Conclusions time. Where do I start? For me, Ridley Scott is one of the greatest directors of all time, especially in epic films. So my expectations were very high, and I'm sorry to say he did not meet them. First of all, it was supposed to be an epic historical drama, and to say the least, it had bad comedy scenes, which ruined the atmosphere. And so, the battles did not matter as much. The music was not fitting in most cases, which also played a significant bad role to the outcome. As far as Joaquin Phoenix, I am certain he tried his best, and I am also certain that this was not enough. If you want to see Napoleon, you have to go back to 1970 and see the film Waterloo with Rod Steiger, his bones will tremble, and Christopher Plummer. That was Napoleon. There is a small hope for this film because Shane revealed that he is working on a director's cut 4 hours long. In cinemas, it was only 2.5 hours. This version will be released by Apple TV. I am crossing my fingers. To end this review, I must add that Vanessa Kirby was more than decent, and the rest of the cast as if they weren't involved. I don't want to say more, it was a huge disappointment for me. That's it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Also, if you like the material you're seeing on this channel, you can support it by clicking the subscribe button, the like button, and also you can share the video. See you again soon. Bye bye.